Howdy folks, hey, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa. Today with record finds, yay! The junking gods are very good to Manic Mark today. I must say, after 2 weeks of relative nothingness, I got a stack today. I can't even lift it up. It's just such a huge stack that you might as well click off and go put a TV dinner in the oven right now because it's way too much excitement. On the Rondolet label, which I don't think I have any. Anyway, it's just that's a curious thing right there. Budget record of Winecoat. Winecoat was very budget label. Jim, his name's not on the front, but it's on the back. The artist, Jim Collier. I pronounced that right? Don't think so, but look, this is one of their early lovely covers. Look at them, and those lovely jackets. Anything interesting on the back? Theme from Apartment and A Taste of Honey they cover in Dark Eyes. Stock cover, but on the back we have a lovely photograph of the Bridges Quartet with 6 members. Now normally I wouldn't buy a Lefevre's record because the Lefevre's made a ton of records and they're quite well known, but look at that cover, by God, look at that photograph. That's just like out of some kind of like Atomic Zombie Wizard of Oz. B-A-U-G, how do you pronounce that? There you go again. It was his day. It was Billy's day at the thrift shop. I got a ton of them. Somebody must have collected a lot of his records and dumped them. And since I found 1 or 2 that I like, I'm buying all the others too. There you go. I love you. Burley Shells, Billy Vaughn. Midas Touch. Look at that. Golden girl. I have no idea who the Midas Touch is. The Proud American Herschel Gober on Patriot Records. Here he is on the back singing for LBJ. Yeah, right, there you go. I bet, oh God. Autographed by G.W. Lane. Autographed by G.W. Lane. This is curious. This is somebody called Evelyn Tyner Knight. Just in the silvery jacket blank, appearing at the Port Royal Beach Club in Naples, Florida on March 25th, 1966. It's a benefit concert for the Naples Community Hospital Auxiliary. Child of the Night, look at Claude on the back. Look at Claude. Oh, early Jewel number 109, Jewel pressing. The Haunting Hawaiian Guitar with Roy Schmeck. There's Roy Schmeck on the back on Queen City album. That's local. I'm driving to my St. Vincent de Paul. It's kind of out of the way, and I'm waiting at a light, and I glance over this little cluster of stores that I've never really paid attention to before, because it's like one of those miles of just crap stores and what, you know. So I'm looking over, and there's a sign that says Captain Comics, Comics and Records. It's like I did a Fast and Furious in the street. A U-turn and parked in front of the place, and I got inside and I found this album. He didn't have much, but what he had was half price, and he just had this one local press. I think I got this one, folks. I'm almost sure I do. There's a photograph of the group on the back. It's autographed on the front, right there. And what the Showboat Majestic was, and is still, after all these years, they must have at least been open for 25 years, I don't know, or 30 years. It's a floating boat on the Ohio River. It's a small dinner theater, okay? Well, that's what they do mainly now, but they had lounge acts like these guys, local guys come in and do things like, I don't know, Proud Mary. Maybe that was the one. Anyway, for half price, I couldn't beat picking up another copy just in case I didn't have it. My God can do anything. Baxter and Penland. Right there they are, Baxter and Penland. AVCO is was a local broadcasting concern, and all the people that are on this record are local, big name local people. The 3Ks, there's the 3Ks. I don't remember them, but most of these people were television folks. They were on like a daily, like Bob Braun and Betty Lou and Marion Spillman. The lovely Command record there. Star Wars and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mess him up again. Latin America, Billy Goes Latin, Cha Cha Cha. Whole set of these records. They had a whole set. They were all priced separately. I just bought the one entitled Songs of Safety, Health, Friendship, and Manners. Maybe Manic can learn something off of this record. Now you see his albums and you think, oh, that can't be any good, but he's an excellent composer and arranger. Night Tide, the Mystic Moods Night Tide. In this case, it's got a 60s, kind of a 60s vibe on the cover, and I have no idea. Anyway, there you go. Rhapsody in Blue on Columbia. Lovely, lovely cheesecake cover. And I gotta buy the Rodgers and Hammerstein South Pacific albums, most of them, because they have great tiki covers. Freddie Martin, Shall We Dance? After you get done smoking, you big chimney, you get ready for a treasure. Ooh, Valley of the Dolls, and other pop orchestra hits by the Hollywood Soundstage Orchestra. So it's a lovely cheap-ass cover with a cheap-ass cover of Valleys of the Dolls, which is probably it's pretty cheap to begin with. And what else? Songs of India. Song of India's on here. 1955. It's a compilation album from 1955. A lovely cover. Marketing two things at one time. They're marketing Dynagroove and they're marketing Buick. They're marketing Dynagroove and they're marketing Buick. There's the Buick on the back. Good Housekeeping. Good Housekeeping exercise record. Percussion Espanol. Percussion Espanol. Budget Romantic Spain. They struggled with the typeface on this one. I want it to look like a heart. With an interesting cover. Folkways, Charity Bailey, and Stories. I really don't have any idea, but anyway, that was a nice cover, interesting. An import, Phillips, a Spanish or Brazilian import. I really have no idea. Holiday in Brazil, Nestor Amrola and his orchestra. It's got Brazil. There's a cover of Brazil on it, which would be good since it's a holiday in Brazil. Why not? Okay. Nothing could be cheaper than an Allegra record, except the compilation album on Allegra of their best records. As if they ever put... there's a whole long story behind this record company. I'll have to get into it at some point, but not right now. Okay. His two stand on it. Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. Those are two great tunes that they cover on the Hammond organ on that record. He was a known womanizer, and there he is chasing that hot redhead around. Come here, baby, cha-cha-cha. That's right. Okay. As if these weren't amazing enough, it gets more amazing. Report and Drug Addiction. View from the Belly. Report and Drug Addiction. View from the Belly. These appear to be... I don't know if these are stories. On the back, it's like stories of people whose kids got addicted to drugs, or they're, I haven't read the whole thing, but I'm not exactly sure what the deal is on this. Anyway, that was a curiosity. Pick that up. Dinner with Bill. Dinner with Bill. Look at Bill. There he is. And what does he play? He plays the Hammond organ. And it's sealed, by the way. It's sealed, unopened. On the back it says, and you're going to love this, when not delivering mail on his rural route, Bill Wilker can usually be found at the console of his Hammond 77. At the Holiday Inn, he plays for pay, but mostly he plays for his own enjoyment. But it gets better. Here's an autographed album of Houston and Dorsey, okay? This was recorded in Florida. It was manufactured in Cincinnati at Wright Records. This is a stock art cover. But on the back, there's the photograph of Houston and Dorsey, okay, with their Fender electric guitars. Very cool. And when I say this, I like almost have to cut this part out because it turns out to be horrible. But I have very much high hopes for this record. It's Lewis and Clark, and not the guys that went all the way across the country and then discovered the caves and everything, the caverns. No, it's Lewis and Clark, the lounge singers. Look, it's autographed. They're in sparkly shirts. I know it's probably hard to see, but they're wearing shirts that are sparkly, and they do Misty live on stage. This may not be any good. I may have to cut it all out. I may have to cut all that out. may not be any good. But right now it looks like the winner of the bunch. And thanks for hanging out. Woo, this went long. I'm going to really have to chop the hell out of this mother.
So I'll sing you to sleep after the lovin' with a song I just wrote yesterday. And I hope you can hear what the words and the music have to say. It's so hard to explain everything that I'm feeling. Face to face, I just seem to go dry. But I love you so much that the sound of your voice can get me high. Thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. One-way trip to the sun. Thanks for turning me into someone. So I'll sing you to sleep after the lovin'. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. So I'll sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. After the loving, I'm still in love with you. But after the loving, I'm still in love with you.